Hello everyone. I'm very sorry that I cannot be in Cape Town this time in person. My talk is about the International Virtual Observatory Alliance and its education resources. First, there will be a brief background information introduction about the Virtual Observatory and the IVOA. In my second part, I will give you some education resources from the Virtual Observatory community. And my final part, there will be a larger scope scenario for resources for astroinformatics. As we know, nowadays, astronomy has become a data-driven science driven by many ambitious projects and telescopes. Since the beginning of the new central, driven by, for example, 2DF, SDSS, LAMOST, Gaia. So the astronomy data stepped into TB area. And in the last 10 years, driven by larger projects, for example, the FAST 500 radio telescope, SKA, the Vera Rubin, and Euclid. Nowadays, the astronomical data has become parabytes to EB area. Now, astronomy is entering an era of big data where the data size are too large to download and analyze using users' own facilities. So we are facing many technical challenges and science opportunities. So at the beginning of this new central, the idea of virtual observatory was initiated. Here are some visions of the VO. For example, the web is transparent. The goal of the virtual observatory is to achieve the same feeling for astronomical data, and it is all available to explore in a single transparent system. Like the worldwide telescope, like the World Wide Web, the virtual observatory is not a fixed system, but rather a way of doing things. The blue characters is my definition for virtual observatory. iCloud Virtual Observatory is a intensively online astronomical research and education environment, taking advantages of advanced information technologies to achieve seamless global access to astronomical information. In 2002, the International Virtual Observatory Alliance was created as an organization that debates and agrees the technical standards that are needed to make the VO possible. As a focal point for VO aspirations and a framework for discussing and sharing VO ideas and technologies. Now, the IVOA has 24 member VO projects, including VO projects from all the BRICS countries. The IVOA consists of 6 working groups, 8 interest groups. Each year, the Alliance will organize 2 interoperability meetings. The first one usually in May, and the second one usually in October or November, together with IDAS meeting. 2 years ago, the IDAS and IVO meetings were hosted by South Africa partners held in Cape Town. And nowadays, about 50 interoperability standards have been defined by the islands. Now, there are some education resources from the IVOA community. The first one should be the homepage for the islands. From the website of IVOA, you can find a lot of information for the whole community and the historical resources. Here you can see the working groups and many topics. You can find the documents, standards, protocols defined by the islands, and also for each interoperability meetings, the slides are linked to the website programs. So there are valuable resources for you to learn virtual observatory and the progresses from different whale projects. Especially, the IVOA established the education interest group. Here is a wiki page for the interest group, and you can find the link for the URL. And here you see we maintained the existing IVOA education resources and the tutorials for the end users. In the recent years, before each IVOA interoperability meeting, the IVOA will organize a session for newcomers. Here are the link to the entrance point for newcomers. We will provide two tutorials. The first one focuses on whale standards, and the second one will be for perspective of the data providers. But these two tutorials are very useful for educators and for new developers. For the whale education resources, the first one I hope to introduce you is a book, a very thick book. It consists about more than 60 captures. This book was completed by the United States community, the National Virtual Observatory. Now they have their new names for their whale projects. But this book is very valuable for whale educators and developers. You can see there are 6 sessions, and you can find the link for the ASP books online. So this is free for you to download. And at the same time, we have translated a Chinese version and published about 10 years ago. The next one is tutorials from the EduIG project. Here you can find the link, and the EduIG put a large effort on education and user trainings. So they will hold user trainings or workshops in each year, and all these materials are collected online. You can find this from the link. Here are some details for EduIG education resources. EduIG for Education is a project developed within the framework of the EduIG with the aim of diffusing EduIG data and software to the public, in particular students, teachers, and astronomy enthusiasts. Additionally, the EduIG tutorials are provided in different languages. Here you can see the screen capture for their previous workshops, tutorials. The next one is from CDS. CDS provided tutorials for their services, including Simbad, Vizira, Aladdin, and they also provided further tutorials or user guides for other services. So the CDS services are very popular and well compliant. So these tutorials are also valuable for end users and students. And this one is from the Spanish Virtual Observatory. Each year, Spanish VO will also organize workshops on VO, and they also collected their tutorials and courses online. So they provided these tutorials in Spanish, and some of their tutorials are in English. The EduIG schools is also provided by Spanish VO and EduIG. Here, there are some handouts and tutorials from the German Astrophysical Virtual Observatory, GAVO. They provided several mini tutorials focused on specific scientific topics and technical skills. For example, how to use ADQL, the astronomical data query language, and how to provide how to access simulation data. Yeah, this is one example from the GAVO, the Virtual Observatory text trailers. And the next is from the Armenian Virtual Observatory. In the last years, they organized several very successful workshops. For example, the Barakan International Summer School and Astronomical Service and Big Data. They collected these slides, these talks, and tutorials online. So they invited many famous or senior speakers for their workshops and summer school. So these tutorials and slides are valuable resources on education and public outreach. Additionally, there are further non-English resources. For example, this is links from the Japanese Virtual Observatory. Unfortunately, their workshops were broken for several years. And you see, the last one was held in 2015. Next, my final pass. So I share more resources on a larger scope on astroinformatics. Here, first one is a web portal for the astrostatistics and astroinformatics portal. Here, you can find some useful links for general data science and astroinformatics, the software resources, learning resources, and literatures, and running opportunities. The next one is from the Caltech, Professor George Jovsky, one of the initiators of the Virtual Observatory. They opened the course Astroinformatics several years before, and so you can find his course materials from the Caltech website. And this one is from the Northern Arizona University. They have a course named Astroinformatics Big Data in Astronomy. Here you can use the link to access their resources. And another one is from the New Mexico State University. They have the course named Astronomy 630 Astrostatistics. And they also provided the lecture notes and the slides. This is from University of Belgrade, Faculty of Mathematics. They define a whole series of courses from the beginning of the undergraduates to senior graduates. So the studies, these courses cross 4 years for the whole undergraduates. So it is very interesting. You are encouraged to browse their websites for further information. And here is from the University of Federico II of Naples from Italy. And they also have the course determining and exploration. From they designed 17 licenses, on the determining and the astronomical data science. This is another one from University at Chile. So they provided, this astroinformatics from Faculty of Physical and Mechanical Science. For the last several years, also in Spanish, they are organized a very successful Canary Islands Winter School of Astrophysics, Big Data Analysis in Astronomy. This one is also integrated or joint integrated by George Jovsky from Caltech. And they also provided an e-book for the winter school, provided very valuable resources for the astroinformatics. And here, from the Chinese Virtual Observatory, we also provided many online resources for VO learners and students. Each year, we will organize national workshops, but all these slides from speakers are mainly provided in Chinese. And for public outreach and education, we also provided many tools and online services. Here you can see some screen captures. For example, we maintained the Worldwide Telescope Community Beijing, and we also released several citizen science projects in China. Finally, I mentioned the collaboration between IVOA and the IU Office for Astronomy Development. Both the OAD and IVOA has many ongoing projects mentioned before and by previous speakers of astronomical education and public outreach. And also, we realized that astronomical data and technology has the potential to be applied in various fields to benefit the whole society. So 2 years ago, we signed the collaboration between the IVOA and the OAD office. And initially, we designed 3 pilot activities, including the development of a blended learning master's course in astrophysics and the astronomy for development and education activities. And additionally, we also working together for some data-driven citizen science projects. For example, the Worldwide Telescope Global Guided Tour Contest. And finally, this course is from Professor Alex Zali. Alex Zali is a core person to initiate the Virtual Observatory. Usually, I call him father of VO. And in the last several years, Professor Zali opened the course at Johns Hopkins University, beautiful data, introduction to practical data science. So I feel the astronomical data is beautiful, and also the data-driven astronomical education and public outreach will provide a better world to us, and astronomical data is beautiful. So I collected all the mentioned resources at the wiki page at the IVOA education interest group. You can find the link here. So you are encouraged to visit. You are encouraged to visit the link. So thank you. This is my talk about the IVOA and its education resources.